is Mike P, Master Mike, also known as Master Mike, and he's my friend. He's Thai. He's a Thai friend of mine, and he runs a business called Slim Masters, where basically they help people lose weight and without having to exercise. So basically, he works with people on their diet plan. He helps people to pretty much learn how to diet and properly manage what they eat so that they can lose weight. And today he's gonna come on and share with you guys some of what he does and also how he's been able to pivot during this time for his business. So I'd like to welcome Master Mike, Mike P, onto the Success Spotlight. Hey, Mike.
Hey, hey, Ray. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, how are you? How have you been during this season of the quarantine? How have you been adjusting?
Yeah, yeah. Well, just like everybody else, so just trying to be good at home and try to do as much things virtually as much as he can. Try to help the community, to stop the spread of the virus. And uh, so, yeah, just have to follow the rules, just like everybody else.
Yeah, so how has your business been affected during this quarantine? How's that been affecting your client relationships? Like, what has that been doing?
Yeah, I used to. My business is really a lot of relationships based before, and it is still now. So I go and I really like to go and meet my clients and talk to them and things like that. But thank God we have all this technology. We can connect with people really fast virtually. So uh, it hasn't been affected as much as I thought it would have. But definitely need to adapt to this virtual world and use technology more for sure. A lot
Hmm.
of conference call
Awesome.
and
So yeah, so it hasn't been affected as much. You said not right now.
um, not too much. Not yet. Hopefully, yeah. But I'm trying to be proactive and try to learn and do online as much as I can, virtually, and I still stay connected. I have no problem staying connected with all my, clients and my teams, virtually. So, um, you know, uh, of course, it's nice to be able to meet people in person, and but just have to do what I have to do, while staying inside, um,
Yeah,
virtually. Yeah.
I think I think the quarantine they said it's gonna last for like another 3 months or so, like till July or so, and so a lot of your
That's right.
meetings will be virtual, obviously, right? It's gonna be online, and you're gonna host it online,
Yeah.
right? Um, awesome. And
Yep.
so, kind of, can you tell us a little bit about your program? Like, how do you help people? Like, what are the results that you can get people in like how many days and things like that?
Yeah. So I have a varieties of different testimonials of clients. Like I have one of the most successful a guy that I have just helped. He lost about 56 pounds in 12 weeks, and in our program we don't require people to exercise because we focus on the 80%, which is the eating. A lot of people they go exercise but then they come back and then they don't eat right, and so they don't see much result. Now nothing wrong with exercising, but you need to eat right first. And we do, it's all about moderation, balance, I mean nothing extreme, I mean you don't have to fast, but your body needs a lot of nutrients, but it doesn't need that much calories. But most people they consume too much calories and not enough nutrients. That's how it is right now in the reality.
During
So,
the quarantine too,
uh,
yeah, especially.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it can go both way, right? So people can gain a lot of weight during this quarantine time if they don't know what they're doing, or they can also get in a really good shape if they know what they're doing, if they cook the right things, and consume the right things. um, you know 80% of your body physically is what you eat, is what you put in your mouth. You know, uh, not too much, not too little. But you
Yeah,
want to put the right stuff into your body. Yeah.
awesome. And so
Mm.
yeah, awesome. So you said that you've been pivoting by going online more. I feel like you're going to be doing more like online coaching with your clients, and so I think that's really awesome. I know for you, what do you feel like business should move on to? More like online coaching. They should do more of that kind of things, or what would you give recommendations to business owners?
I think yes, definitely. I for me, I feel that the business is people's behavior and people's spending behavior is going to change for some times in a lot of industries. I feel not just only my industry, and as we can see in a lot of businesses that whoever is be able to do it virtually, you can see that it's very effective in terms of communication with people, and so it save a lot of time commuting. um, you know, uh, Very fast, very effective. Um, you know, of course, meeting in person with relationship, you'll be able to, you know, uh, feel and touch things, and seeing the people right in front of you, it's definitely good. But you know, I think in terms of communicating with clients, with people, I think virtually can do the job well.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think you need to rely more on virtually and online as we as we could progress with this in the future. I think it's going to be more online more than ever, and who knows, right? We could have another pandemic in the next 5 to 10 years. Who knows, right? What's going to happen? So you always want to be prepared for the worst, right? um, and I think if your business is not online, then you definitely need to move towards that direction more and more.
Mm.
We'll eventually we'll probably get back to normal. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be the new normal, or if it's really the normal that we have seen 2 or 3 months ago. Um, but I don't, the normal that we had 2 or 3 months ago, that's going to be for a while. I feel, um, you know, who knows, maybe next year even. So I'm not really hoping. I'm not seeing that too soon. Yeah. So you want to be able to control as much as you can right now, and take this
Yeah.
opportunity to learn. Yeah.
To learn. Yeah. How are you building your community online right now for you?
Yeah, yeah, through social media, I feel, I mean, there's, Facebook, there's Instagram, there's all kinds of ways that you can connect with people, showing about who you are, if you really have the value to provide for people, that you believe in your product, you believe in your services, you should put it out there. People should know about it, right? That you can help people. And I think it's a great way for a lot of people to find out and know. This this is a great tool. Social media, use it the right way. Use it to help people.
Yeah, if you use it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe people need to learn to put more of their offers out there because maybe some people don't know how to put their offers online, and so I think that's what stops maybe a lot of people from just selling online because selling in person is different than selling online. So I think there's definitely like a shift, right? As opposed to selling in person, selling online is totally different, right?
Yeah. Um, I think it's all about trust. It's about relationship, right? Transparency. I can only speak for what I know best, and what I have been doing. um, you know um, I think people will buy from the people that they trust, right? And so yes, it's a little. it's a little distracted world out there, in this, especially with this pandemic and all this social media, right? Everybody's putting out all kinds of contents out there. And I think, for me, is more, uh, relationship based still. I do communicate with, I know all my clients, I know all my teams. And so it takes time to build trust with people, relationship. And so, yeah, but you just have to cultivate that. And you know the more people see you, the more people trust you. It just, you know step by step, I think, just keep going. Like, if you know what you're doing, you know that this is something that is good value for people. You can help them, truly can help them, provide values. Just keep going. Don't focus on the result, focus on the process. That's what I've been doing. um, if you do the process well, just keep doing it, and the result will come. That's what I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So keep putting yourself out there, keep providing value. That's awesome because I actually was hosting some like an Instagram challenge, and then there were some things that I put out, and people were saying that hey, what you put out was really helpful, like the things about your
Yes.
bio, the things about other things like that. So I think just putting your content out there will help
Yes.
people and will allow them to benefit. And so, um, do you know what
Yeah, I
what
really
platforms
appreciate.
have you seen the? It was that.
I really appreciate what you do. Yeah, you you provide a lot of great values for people on about, social media. A lot of people don't know about that stuff. You expert in that area, so I'm learning too. So I'm learning from you too. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. I think
Mm.
it'd be good to maybe have something where it's like a coaching, program where people can come and learn more in depth. But yeah, other than that, I think um, for your coaching programs and stuff, like, have you been seeing more sales during the quarantine, or have you been has it been stagnant or more or less for you?
Um, I would say that it stay, about, the same right now. It stay about the same right now. Yeah. So, we don't know what the future is exactly. But, right now it's, just about the same. Yeah.
It's still the same. Okay, I see.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, for those who are listening, like who don't have an online presence, like what are the first steps you think that they can do to build that?
Um, I think I think social media. I think social media is free. It's probably, uh, you know, have a great content. Have good content. You wanna have solutions for people. That's important. I think you want to focus on how you can help them solve problems, right? Because people would pay you for solution that you provide. It's not just
Yeah.
people pay us because we have the solution that works. We're not just like a conventional, product. We have the whole system, the whole set that makes, step by step for people to be able to really reach their goals. You wanna be realistic. If, you don't want to pitch something that if you know that it's not realistic for clients. you know then you know then they're not going to repeat, right? It depends on what business you're in too, right? For me, my goal is to have a long-term relationship with clients. I'm not just like a one-time thing and then they're gone. We build a relationship, and they clients, do become just like a family to us. That's how we do it. And, they happy, they repeat, they make referrals, they make recommendations. So that's our business model. That's so.
Hmm.
um, I think, if you plan to do a long term, and it should be a long term business, I feel, anything that you do, because, um, Otherwise, you're just gonna have to keep on doing new things and again. Um, so look for long term and social media. I would say right now is a great time to let people know um, and spread the word. Yeah, for online.
Let's spread the word there. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. So where have you been learning a lot of your social media from? Like, is it?
I learned some from you, and I've tried to read some articles online. You know, learning from experience as well. Sometimes some of my clients do tell me things too. So I just learn from meeting people. Uh, from the people that knows more than I, and I ask questions. Always curious, and you have to try it too. You have to put into action, right, and test it and see how effective it is, because um, you know the theory, and you need to use it and try it, and all this stuff online, they change so quickly, so you always need to be learning and adapting, um, you know to the new environment. So
Yeah,
I'm in the same
for
boat with
sure.
everybody.
Yeah, I think everyone's trying to learn. It's just important to kind of put yourself out there to try to learn. Because I feel like some people don't know what to do with it, so it's good to have someone who could kind of guide you on that journey. You know. So yeah,
Y-
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
you know
Mike.
i, I really I really think this is a, like, in every crisis, the most important thing is your attitude, right? um, you if you probably heard this before, right? If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're also right, right? So it's all
Yeah,
about your mindset. It's all about your attitude. You know, tough people, tough time doesn't last. Tough people do, right? And
yeah,
so just yeah, just always learning, trying, never give up, and it's not going to be easy. Starting a business, it's not easy, but it's worth it. And um, I think, for me, I think the most important thing, I would say trust. Trust is the most important thing. Once you be able to earn people's trust, um, transparency. um, I think, you know I mean, whatever you they'll tell them, they'll trust you, they buy from you, and if it does work, whatever you are
yeah.
providing for people. Yeah,
That'll be repeating. Awesome. So yeah, well, I mean,
yeah.
any last words, Mike, before we hop off? I think that was really
Well,
great.
um well, I no, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And for anybody out there, don't be discouraged. This is in every crisis, there's always an opportunity, and it's gonna be new kinds of opportunities, um, in the new world. That is coming. So keep your eyes open, keep learning. There's going to be a lot of changes coming, in terms of different rules in different industries and how you do business. I think there's a lot of opportunities. So don't be scared, don't be discouraged. I think we'll do just fine. And yeah, I mean, feel free. If I can be any resources or any help or anything like that, um, I would be happy to, if I do the best I can. Um, yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
uh,
Yeah. Thank
I
you, Mike.
everybody can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for hopping on, and it was great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.